When talking with people in troubled marriages, one of the questions I usually ask them is, how did you guys meet? Why did you marry him or her? And the reasons they normally give sometimes can be very funny. Some people will tell you, I met him in the church, or I met her in the church. He was a church worker, or she was a church worker. He was in the choir, or she was in the choir. Or he is the daughter of my parents' friend, or is the son of my parents' friend. Some will even tell you he's an evangelist, or he's a pastor, and so on and so forth. Well, the reasons are not bad, but not enough to marry someone. Marriage is a serious business. It's not a child's play. It's not the kind of thing you do with just any funny reasons that you have. You are marrying an individual. Your focus should be who he or she is, not necessarily that he works in the church or is in the choir or is the son or daughter of your parents' friends. You are not marrying those parents. You are not marrying those offices or whatever services they render in the church. You are marrying an individual. Who is he? Who is she? How does he or she handle conflicts? Is he kind? Is she kind? Does she have empathy? Is she reasonable? Is he reasonable? How does he manage finances? What are his or her ambitions? What are his or her goals in life? What are his core values? Do your core values align with each other's? Because your focus should be, like I said, the person that you are getting married to, not necessarily the services he render in the church or who his parents are, and so on and so forth. Are you guys compatible? Do you think you can really make marriage work? Your goals, your ideals, do they align? How about communication? How does he or she communicate? Is he the loud type, the shouting, or is he calm? Does he listen? Does she listen? Is she ready to resolve conflicts without letting it escalate? These are things you should be talking about, and not about where you met in the church. Some people erroneously assume that once you go by the name an evangelist or a pastor, or you work in the church, a church worker, that's all. That's a good criteria to marry someone. That is not at all. Many people who have married because of such reasons live in regret today, and some of them, their marriages have even ended. While those who are still struggling to keep the marriage and suffering and smiling inside it. So don't use flimsy, funny excuses or reasons to marry someone, because marriage is more serious than most of you think. So get to know the person. Remove whatever office or services rendered in the church from him as or her as an individual, and study the person as an individual and know whether you can live together as husband and wife. There are many who marry pastors or evangelists that regret that till today, because they feel that because the man is very eloquent, he quotes the Bible so much, and that's enough. Yeah, you can quote the Bible from Genesis to Revelation without still being a good person. So it's about an individual character. It's about individual behavior. So these are the things you should focus on, not necessarily that he's a pastor. Because most of the terrible cases I've handled in marital dispute are the wives of pastors or evangelists. So it's not all about being a pastor or evangelist. It's about who the person is, and that should be your focus. This is Made to Last TV. Please, if the message has spoken to you, like, share, and subscribe to my channel.